Some of these Primaris textures are awful.
They really are. Hello, everyone,
Holy
and
shit.
welcome to This Just In, with me, your host and weatherman, Kieran. After opening my curtain about 30 seconds ago, I can inform you it's pretty damn windy. And now, over to the rest of the squad. Joining me today, we have SuperLINKARIO.
To me.
We have Connor Mezza.
Hello.
We have Scatlink Sean.
Hi guys, Scatlink here.
And last but very much not least, Viking.
Fuck, man.
What?
And immediately demonetized by swearing in the first minute.
Let's go!
That's how I roll.
Demonetized.
That's because he.
Any,
no, he's
it's
just,
any percent. This is an any percent demonetization speedrun. What are you on about?
We could do better.
I mean, no, we really couldn't. There is literally a speedrun category called any percent Discord server ban run.
Okay then.
Yeah, like it's literally
Penguin
how
ban.
quickly. Yeah, there was a Club Penguin ban one. It's how quickly can you get banned from the Yandere Sim dev Discord.
Solid.
Anyway, so today's going to be
PlayStation
a
Plus ban.
today. Today is going to be a bit different for us. This just in. We're going to go over the schedule after the gaming news, because the last part of the schedule is why the end of the second half of today is slightly different. So what we're going to do is start off with the gaming news that Sean has.
Yes, so it's a little bit small. Excuse. And yeah, it's nothing too big. It's that get Xbox Live Gold. You know, when you pay for the online service, you get some games for free. It's like the PlayStation Plus of Xbox. And they've decided to put on, finally, because Rare are making a big deal out of it, the remake of Conker's Bad Fur Day, Conker Live and Reloaded, with up-res textures for Xbox One and stuff like that. So, because when you played it on the Xbox 360, it was just playing the original. It wasn't upscaling anything. Except for maybe the resolution, it wasn't doing anything texture related. This time it is, and you can get it for free with Xbox Game Pass Live. Or if you just have Rare Replay, you play the original 64 version.
So what you're telling me
you have options.
is if I owned an Xbox One X or whatever the current Xbox 32 is, I could play Conker's Bad Fur Day and see the Great Mighty Poo in 4K.
Either in its original polygonal 64 glory via Rare Replay, or through the Live and Reloaded version for Xbox original.
Yes, 4K poop. Let's go.
Okay, poop. I
am
am the Great Mighty Poo, and I'm gonna throw my shit at you.
That's it. That's the only good part
I
of that
will.
game.
My phone just wanted to bleep. Let me mute that for a second. I will just make mention though, the remake is a little bit more censored. Just saying. So you'll have more bleeps and blocked out subtitles.
The game's still there, though.
Oh yeah, and it's well, the only thing is I don't think it's widescreen still,
Yeah.
which I think needs to be added.
I've never really played the game or know much about it, but I think I might actually have to play it because
The most raunchiest 3D platformer game you will ever play.
I don't know.
I don't know. Devil May
Oh.
Cry. Bayonetta.
From the
exists.
creators of Banjo-Kazooie, my boy.
But is it
They were gonna make
featuring
another
Dante
cutesy
from the Devil May
platformer.
Cry game?
I don't think that's rare, so no. But it does have a Matrix reference.
Matrix reference.
Yeah, as in like, you know, guns.
Okay,
and
also,
flippy
talking
shit and
about
slow-mo.
raunchy references and stuff, have you ever just look at Daxter for the PSP?
Nah, yeah. I was gonna get that when I got my
No.
PSP actually.
It's actually a
But
really
obviously I
good
was
game.
focusing on. Well, I was focusing on getting Final Fantasy 1, the Anniversary Edition, Final Fantasy Duodecim, and Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. Basically nothing but Square Enix.
Fair and valid. So, the majority of the rest... I don't think... Do we have any other gaming news that isn't related to what's happening for the rest of the evening? Any...
I just realised we didn't start off with the schedule.
Yeah, that's intentional, Sean. I did say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot.
Yes, I did say this
I'm
is
not
a-
used to breaking schedule of schedules.
It's Giga Brain. You can't tell other people your schedule if you break your own schedule. So we got any other, like, Legend of Zelda related news? Any Nintendo Like, have we had anything
Oh,
more?
I could say
Go for it.
I can say one small thing, not very big at all. Just an update on the Skyward Sword HD. They've had brought out a new trailer, for
Which
the game.
we are not playing
Basically-
because we don't want to get Nintendo owned.
No, I didn't say play it. I'm just saying there's a new trailer out, basically saying that there's obviously upgrades. There's an optional Fi, by the way. It doesn't turn her off, but it sort of does tone her down a bit. That's what the words they use.
Quality of life
Specifically
updates,
saying-
basically.
Yeah, quality of life. Basically, when you normally play the game, like the original rather, you collect a bug or collect an item or something like that. You turn the game off and turn it back on again. It does the exact same cutscene, so you're interrupted all the damn time.
You
It
got
stops
a
that. Yeah, it actually stops that. So once you've collected something, and then you collect it again another time that you play it, it doesn't do the cutscene. You don't get interruptions. You just collect it. So actually, that is so much better. You also got like I said, optional fires. So when she normally interrupts you for like important things, you have the option to actually call her out to say, look, what do I do next, sort of thing. Another thing actually that they didn't mention, someone else posted a video on YouTube. I can't remember his name. Sorry about that. But something that the Nintendo did not mention is that. Also
Oh,
like
I
a
think you made the
snippet-
game explain.
Oh yes, it was a game. It was Game Explain. Yes.
Oh
thank
god,
you.
what is this? The early 2000s?
No, they're still about.
Yeah, that's
Anyway.
the joke.
They've been around since
Right.
then.
Yeah.
Like one of the oldest news channels.
Yeah, right. What they've actually managed to point out, which was literally like on screen for like if not even a couple of seconds on the original trailer, they've pointed out that there might be an autosave option rather than to save at the bird statues. So that's sort of an option. I don't know whether that's going to be a hero mode thing or a normal thing, happens in like normal gameplay before hero mode. I don't know. But
I'm pretty sure it will just be there because it's there in Breath of the Wild. It's there in Link's Awakening HD. It's pretty much been there on the two latest Zelda games that are on Switch. So I would assume that would be the case. Since this is on Switch as well,
literally
it just has it.
unplayable, ruining the save point economy completely.
It's just owl statues. It's not like you can save at any point like on
Bird
Breath of the Wild
statues.
or something.
I'm
Or-
I'm fully aware. You've made the mistake of taking me seriously.
I always do though. That's the thing.
Yeah, you fall for it, Sean. So
Yeah, no,
So did
that's
you.
part of the joke. That's part of the joke.
All right.
Anyway,
Double
I don't know if
bamboozle.
I don't know if there's anything else related to the trailer. That's the only two things I remember is the autosave, the quality of life, which is the interruptions, as well as optional Fi.
Except for that
but-
one that's tied to the amiibo.
We already know
Yes,
about that one.
that
was
is
from
just
the...
we
Yeah,
already
I
know
know.
about that one. Other than that, I can't remember what else was in the trailer, but that's all I can remember. That's basically an update. Nothing much to say about it. That's all I want to
Have
say.
we heard anything more about Metroid Bread?
They've shown off a few more gameplay trailers. So they showed off the invisibility cloak or whatever it's called. Basically, you're just invisible. But the thing is, it eats up. I'm guessing they brought back the Aeon meter. I haven't got too much information on it because I'm trying not to spoil myself too much because they like to show a lot of it off to get people talking. I want to play it fresh. But it looks like you have an additional energy meter, which in Metroid 2 Samus Returns, they introduced the Aeon meter, which is for your special abilities. That drains slowly, but when you move with it, you're stuck at a walking pace, but it drains even faster. If you still have it active, when you run out of that energy, it eats up your energy tanks. Something fierce, and then once you hit like one unit to pretty much be one hit from death, it will deactivate because obviously it's going to kill you. And it's defeating the purpose of its item. So
Neat.
obviously you're trying to dodge Emmy, that robotic thing that I think it's from the Galactic Federation, which makes sense. They had to make something that was able to kill Samus because of what she did in Fusion. Spoilers, destroyed a planet when they were, as well as the research station, to get to the X-Parasites because it was infested with clones of her. Full power. Which was too dangerous for the galaxy.
Weird flex, but okay.
I like Metroid.
Clones of me are too strong, so I'm going to destroy a planet. That may explain why clones of me are too strong. It's a bit of a flex.
Well, the thing is, the X came from SR388, which is where the Metroids were created, and the Metroids were created to destroy the X parasites. And but the Metroids themselves were also quite powerful in terms of energy transferring and absorption, and that's why they have the Space Pirates and the Galactic Federation keep fighting for them. So, Samus Returns, the second Metroid game overall, Samus is tasked with actually destroying all Metroids, but she leaves one alive, but obviously that's the Metroid hatchling, Super Metroid. And then obviously, because there's no Metroids, the X-Parasites come along and they infest and they clone and they reproduce asexually. And that's how, because they infected Samus's suit, that's why she has the fusion suit, which is a damaged version. And with the infected parts of the organic parts of the suit that were removed, they kept on replicating from that, and then you have basically like multiple mindless zombie killing Samus Arans walking around at full power with power bombs and God knows what else. And if they get off the station, or if the Galactic Federation gets too much hubris and goes in there, well, the whole galaxy's basically screwed. That's why she had to destroy it.
Okay.
And that's why it's finally taken 17 years to continue the bloody story. For all we know, she's been on the run.
Because Nintendo wrote themselves into a corner. That does not surprise me in the slightest.
At least it ain't as bad as Star Fox.
We don't talk about Star Fox.
Star Fox Command could not think of an
Don't
ending,
talk
so they have
about Star
17.
We don't talk about Star Fox anymore. Alright, so let's roll on to
That makes me sad.
the main focus of today. Alex, you got a bunch of news, and I've prepped the first trailer we have listed.
Solid, right.
So I'm gonna pop this open. And I
Do you want to do schedule first, and then we?
I can't even
I
show
think
it
Meryl
because I have to sign in, so I can't show that one. Thanks,
Ah,
YouTube.
you get it. Wait, Meryl, it looked like you had something to say for a second.
Not really. I mean, the only thing is I've been playing the Sea of Thieves, like.
Oh yeah, how's the Jack Sparrow stuff going on?
How
It's really
Jack
cool.
Sparrow? Is it and is it actual Jack Sparrow the entire way through?
Pretty much, yeah. Like, I mean, he's not there the entire way through.
But when he is
But you
there,
get
it
some, like-
is Johnny Depp.
It's
course.
him. It is him. It's uncanny. Well, it's not that uncanny.
It's
Like he fits.
It's uncannily
He
close
fits
to him
really
because
well.
it is him.
Yeah. It is him.
All right.
But
He's
you're
just
normally
there.
used to voice doubles, aren't you? So
All right. So I
Yeah,
can't. I can't show.
And like the levels are really cool and stuff.
I can't show this
Yeah.
first trailer. I probably won't be able to show any of them because I'll get kicked in the shins by YouTube going, "You're not old enough," and I don't fancy signing in on stream to reveal my private
actually,
information.
mentioning copyright content ID stuff, that's just twigged more news in my head. I'm gonna be very quick about it.
Oh yeah.
But it does actually affect my channel in a way. It stopped because I think they've, caught on, but they haven't removed the claims they've already made, which is very sneaky. Sony have been recently claiming EarthBound music, which means that
Because it was-
Sony are claiming Nintendo-made music just because they own an album with the music on there. But they don't own the music, they own the album. But they're claiming music because it's on the album. They're not claiming the album itself. And with Chugga Conroy, with his videos actually getting taken down, when reached out to the completionist who reached out to his lawyers, because it was affecting his videos as well, it's basically a fraudulent claim, plain and simple. They don't own the music, so they shouldn't be having the content ID machine of YouTube claiming the videos for them because they don't own the music. They just own the album. If someone chopped up the whole album, fair enough. But it's not. It's just playing the game, and they're claiming Nintendo everything just because they own an album with the music
Because
that
they
they
can,
don't
just-
own. No,
just
they
because
don't.
they think
They
they
can't
can.
do that. They're not supposed to. That it's a fraudulent
just-
claim.
Yeah,
The
but
news
they-
is
they
out.
think they can do it.
I'm curious as to how
It's
many
YouTube
more times
causing
we
it.
can get you to say music and album and music in the same
Yeah.
sentence.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
It's fun fact.
LINKARIO, the
about
thing
that.
is that they don't own the music, and it's not Sony making the claim. It's YouTube's content ID checking system, the copyright system
Google.
that has bugged because Sony has that on the archives, and it's decided to focus on this for them, but they haven't been responding to any claims. Thankfully, my channel hasn't been affected anymore since this has been brought to light and has stopped, because I haven't had any more claims myself. But they haven't been removing the existing ones either. So I made a tweet earlier on today.
All right, Connor, you
That's
sounded
it.
like you wanted to say.
Because you mentioned that, I wanted to talk about that.
Connor
That's all I've
sounds
got.
like he wanted to say something.
I remember hearing someplace, and it may or may not be true even, but apparently like that's a very similar reason, like kind of Sony's distribution of that music is why all of the EarthBound songs in Smash are remixes
That
because
that
they
would
don't
that would
want to
make
use.
sense.
It's a bit weird.
Yeah, that's a bit weird, but that would make sense.
Yeah, but at the same time, almost all of the EarthBound music is just
It's
8,
always run
8,
by Nintendo,
8-bit,
yeah.
16-bit, and 32-bit. It doesn't fit in with the theme. Most of the time, if it's not a remix, it's already orchestrated or 64-bit MIDI level. They don't tend to have tracks that low because it doesn't fit the theme unless it's in a retro level, which none of the EarthBound levels really do have, other than Magicant.
Yeah.
There's your answer, Magicant.
Well, yeah, but
Any-
it's still a 3D
anyway.
Magicant. It's not like all sprite based completely.
You're right. But
It's like if it was Donkey Kong
We
or
should-
Mario
we should-
Brothers.
I might
Then
also
it's
just be
all
flat
3D.
wrong.
yeah,
But,
we
yeah.
should probably
know.
move on because that is conjecture and that is not something we're
Yeah.
sure about. And
Yeah,
we can
but
actually-
it was
we
related
can-
to the news.
Sean, we can actually go to Alex with
Yeah.
with the main news of
Yeah,
of-
sorry.
of
No,
today.
no, no. Ignore me. I'm sat here with my.
Cider.
But, we can conjecture what we want, but
War.
Warhammer never
What-
takes.
What is it good for? Absolutely.
Absolutely,
Do you wanna-
absolutely 40,000 of nothings.
If you hit up the schedule, I'll do it after that.
All right, as usual, today is this just in. It's a bit odd, but it is indeed the same show that you've come to know and get mildly annoyed about when we put it on.
Yep.
On Wednesdays, we have our usual go-to show where vibing in Pixelmon, it's the usual. Everything's going to be at 8 p.m. BST, and on Friday, determined purely by how well this evening goes, we may be playing Warhammer 40k on Tabletop Sim. Huzzah!
So, yeah. Hooray!
So
We'll do a little test game once we've finished up everything we're doing here, and that should hopefully it'll go well, and we'll see how it goes. But there's a number of stuff coming out in 40k that is quite interesting. We got 2 games coming up.
I'm gonna pop this open, even though I can't show the trailer, just so we can know what it is.
Or if you're worried about signing in, why don't you just get our faces up, do it in the background, and then just put it up afterwards?
The alternative is I could just do. I'm signed in on my actual browser, and I could just display my browser instead, like an idiota.
Yeah, just share the window, yeah.
Genius. So yeah, the first one's Darktide, which is like a 40k version of Vermintide, if you've played that.
Yeah.
I take it no one's
Like
played
it.
that.
I've played.
I've played Vermintide.
I don't know much about Warhammer, so...
I have played the Vermintides.
Yeah, it's a bit similar to Left 4 Dead. The idea is you've got this linear mission, you've got an objective you've got to try and get through, and it just throws enemy after enemy at you. And it randomizes
There we
them,
go.
and you got to try and get to the end.
It's playing.
We're running
I'm
away.
gonna quickly stop that from showing my mouse.
I should probably pull up the
SuperLINKARIO
stream.
is
Yeah,
the one.
you guys should probably pull up the stream. That'd be a good idea.
What
I
did
say
you say?
speaking. Oh yeah, if you, sorry.
John,
Yeah?
what did you say?
You've got a screen on your head.
I've got a screen on my head, have I?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm also so glad that they opted to put an Ogrin back in this.
Yeah, the Ogre looks cool.
Master of mankind, may thy light guide us.
First person hack and slash, it looks to me.
Pretty much.
Kill the mutant.
Yeah, pretty
Uh,
much.
let's see.
Master of mankind, grant.
I'm used to seeing Warhammer in a top-down, like, strategy kind of view.
Most Warhammer games are. There are a few exceptions. This is one of those exceptions.
Yeah.
Is it basically a spin-off, or...?
So it's like a side story.
It's set in the universe.
Yeah. That's a pretty last gun, I'm not gonna lie.
There's some interesting stuff.
I thought that the Ogren's got like a fucking grenade launcher style shotgun.
I call them king as well. Just whack him out.
It's the way he's just casually just like. Yeah, it's coming at some point this year. I'm actually really excited for Dark. I'm actually really excited for Darktide. It's not on PS4. It's PC and Xbox.
Microsoft exclusive, basically.
Fairly certain it is. I'll just check Steam quick.
Yeah, it's coming to Steam. That's what it said. Alright. Thank you, YouTube, for showing off that I watch far too much Pokemon Show now.
2021 is what it says.
Yeah.
It's got no release
to
date.
spite Sean, the next one's going over him.
Yeah.
Brilliant. And now we've
That's
got
fair.
Chaos Gate Deamonhunters. Which, frankly, I'm excited about, because I think
What?
this is...
Why have they announced 2 Warhammer games back to back?
Because...
They haven't.
There's a few.
They announced Darktide ages ago.
Yeah, Darktide's
Oh, it's
got-
just still in development.
Yeah.
Fair. I guess it's good to bring it both up since it has been mentioned.
Chaos Gate has me excited, because it's a Grey Knight game. It's also really pretty. That's all we. Oh yeah, that's all we've really got until like next month when we get a full cinematic trailer.
Yeah, that was more of a teaser than a trailer.
But
There we are, full cinematic trailer, August 21.
yeah. So let's noodle that out. So obviously we've got Darktide's coming a lot sooner, and it's very.
It's Left 4 Dead.
It's
but
Left-
set in the Warhammer.
It's
Left Warhammer.
Yeah, yeah, no, which is exactly what Vermintide is. It's just
Yeah.
it's Vermintide 40k.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the
Should
premise.
be.
It's like, yo, what if we like
Yeah.
took this and put it in space?
Vermintide for Dead.
Vermintide
Looks
for
like
Dead
there's going to be
40k.
a lot of. They seem to have a hard on for Nurgle at the moment, which is slightly annoying me because that's my least favourite Chaos God.
I'm glad we agree on something.
I cannot stand Nurgle.
Like,
But it's just in
it
everything.
gives me
at the moment.
flashbacks to when I was starting the tabletop game, because the best Chaos Force when I started was Typhus.
Yeah, it
When-
still is. It's
when
because he's like
When he
practically
was
unkillable.
well, see, that was back when he had that infinite if I keep rolling 6s, I can just keep killing you thing. Because he'd gain an extra attack each 6 he rolled, and there was no limit to it. That was the first
Wow.
release of him, and so I remember playing a teaser game. So I'm learning the game. I've literally never played before. I'm given 30 orcs to myself in this huge game. I'm like, oh, I get to do something. The Chaos player's first turn. Typhus and his retinue would like to charge that unit of orcs. Typhus has killed all of those orcs by himself. They will consolidate into the next unit of orcs. Oh no, Typhus and his retinue have killed all of those orcs. You see where this is going, don't you? He managed to
It's
kill...
just, are you on loop there, my boy?
No, I'm not. Typhus and his retinue of 5 Plague Terminators killed 90 boys by themselves on the one turn and just didn't care.
Please.
My entire turn consisted of the other guy rolling dice and me putting models in a box.
Yeah.
I was like... Drove half an hour with my parents after begging for this for like a week to put orcs in a box because some psychopath brought Typhus.
The orcs are shit though.
I mean, I know.
They're getting a buff actually.
Oh, finally.
Have you seen the buff they're getting?
Are they making Deathcopters accessible to somewhere that isn't Assault on Black Reach?
No, so every boy has a toughness of 5 now instead of 4.
Excuse me? Which means you need what? A railgun to one-shot them now?
Basically, yeah.
Let's-
The bolters don't even do anything.
Let's go. Honestly, that makes sense though. Orcs are the epitome of we believe we're the toughest, so we
Yeah.
are.
Yeah. But yeah, they're a lot harder to kill than they used to be.
Yeah. So there's a couple more bits of news.
The Age of Sigmar one.
Yep. I mean, that's
Sorry?
that's Dominion. Hello.
Last week there was a new edition of Age of Sigmar being released,
Ooh,
and
yes,
that came with the Dominion box, which has
I
got
will
some juicy shit in it. Like,
pop up on stream once again. And cover Connor's face this time. And get hit.
Oh no!
And get slapped by the cookies pop up. So they're actually like.
I mean, Meryl likes
Hello,
his chocolate
everybody.
chip.
They had like a good hour preview, which we're not going to watch. But it comes with some new battle times for Age of Sigmar.
they come out next month.
Stormcast Eternals literally feel like, yo, what if Space Marines were fantasy?
There's literally, if you took the guns away from the
From
custodians,
the Adeptus Custodes.
like that would be what you were left with. Like,
I am hyped for the Auric War Clans though, because like
they do look cool. Have you seen their? If you go down, they've got like a massive sort of swamp creature. It looks amazing.
So this is one of the new heroes for the that's Lord Commander Bastian Carthalos. I can read, I swear. He's a big Stormcast boy. And then the Knight's Relictor, his like retinue, and then we've got, there's a couple more images. They literally look like Space Marines in fantasy. I hate it.
They do.
Like, look at this. It's just he's holding it like a bolter. Like, look, literally, like
they really didn't try, did they?
Honestly, like I love how the weapons look. It like the Sigmar weapons look like. Look at that hammer there. Like, look at that. Like the fact that they've gone out of the way to.
You like hammers?
I do like my hammers. And then we've got
I like the shield.
Swamp Boss Skirmdrek.
This looks so
A
cool.
legend among the Cruel Boys, spelt Krule, because we don't spell in the clans, do we? Spelt Klan, clearly.
We're all Cockney and dumb as shit.
We're all Cockney green, and don't forget green. Green's the important part.
Oh, Cockney green and dumb and
Cockney
shit. Sorry.
green and dumb and shit. Alright, look at this model. This is so pretty.
Yeah, there's the Age of Sigmar one seems to be like over the top, crazy big and complicated.
Yeah, and then,
which is kind of cool, but
like what? It's like what do you call it? The child catcher from Oliver Twist just greened and like turned up to 15.
I was more thinking that tank thing from Attack on Titan.
Yeah. Like, honestly, I like
Oliver Twist was probably a little bit more cultured in the answer, really.
Yeah, like I love the shield. The fact that it's made out of a squig.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's the only bit of these I'm not sold on.
What, the shields?
Really not sure about the shields. Yeah.
I get the whole like, yo, we're just gonna turn dead squigs into shields. Like, I quite.
I
like
mean,
it, but
it's recycling.
Orcs
It's
are-
the guys with the massive crossbows, which really got me interested.
I see now. Like, this like feels like it fits better than the Stormcast. The Stormcast always look out of place to me. Like, this guy's actively actually aiming, and the fact he's got a crotch guard made out of squig. Like, look. Now you because of course. And then obviously there's going to be more stuff and whatnot coming out for that. And different.
I've gone.
And apparently there's like sub factions coming, so you have like different forces within those. To, mix and match.
I assume that'll be like chapters of Space Marines, that sort of thing.
Can we have like a archer focused Auric war clan that's just crossbows everywhere? That looks like a bad game of chivalry because everyone's got a crossbow.
Smart orcs, like a college of orcs or something.
Yeah, they're just.
How much Warhammer kit do you guys have?
I personally have, if I remember
That much.
Oh,
That
oh, okay. It's
that.
nice.
It's just a shelf full.
I've got a box full of Chaos Marines and
Fucked up my life.
Oh, God.
no worries.
Thanks, Cam.
That's
Let's go.
cool.
Yeah.
Ah! Oh, God.
An orc's
And
greatest
the
weakness,
Viking has
gravity.
broken his webcam. I have
It's good enough.
I have a very
That was
I have a
funny.
smallish army of Necrons, so I've already
Nice.
built a monolith, which is about so big, and I've also got a Doomsday Ark, which I also got to build.
I
It only
hate
took me a year and a half, didn't it?
I hate monoliths purely because like the design idea for tanks in 40k was they have weak points, and then the monolith turns around and goes, "Yo, what if we had all the armor on every side?"
Yeah. It's a Lord of War now, so it's on the same level as a Titan,
Ooh, okay, that makes sense. Thank God.
like as a knight. If you
That's
know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. As the best Titan will forever be the Orc Stomper. The one that's like literally like a giant
no,
hulking.
No,
It looks like a hulking.
it's just a gun on the side which has got like a flamethrower, a minigun, 3 machine guns.
And there's a grot hanging off of it because they forgot to take him off the ammo reel. It's the little details like that make it such a good model. So that's that. There's one more bit of news.
That's 9th edition. It's been released. It's also coming out with a Crusade type narrative play way of doing it.
Yes.
So when 40k did their narrative thing, they had ways of like upgrading your guys and that, which is desperately needed and is kind of cool.
Yeah, like
And now they're doing the same for this one. So it's a bit similar, but it's cut down and it's more
streamlined.
It's more restrictive because they've got this new mechanic that sort of it makes sense, but it is slightly annoying because I can't make my heroes like souped up mega death things.
We call those
it is kind of
gods here, sir.
cool.
Alright, we've got one last bit of Warhammer related news before we trundle on to Tabletop
Actually practice
Sim.
said news.
The last one here, which I'm going to put dead center so you can still kind of see half of everyone, is Warhammer Plus, which immediately brings back flashbacks of Disney Plus.
It is basically Disney
LINKARIO.
Plus though. It
There we
comes
are.
with, so it's like £5 a month, but it comes with they've moved into like animations and stuff. So if you there was an animation a while ago, the Astartes one. It was
okay.
absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me go see. So rather than like DMCing the shit out of it because it's like private, whatever. They hired the guy and told him to make more. So there is actually it's really cool. They did a teaser trailer for this next season. Find it.
I like how I've started leaning, so I'm still on the screen, and yet SuperLINKARIO's just got a head chopped off.
Death before dishonor.
I'll do that. Can you see me that?
Yes. Connor's like
There we
Attack on Titan.
There we are. We're good. We're good. We're
Right.
just peeking above the window. Anyway.
Okay. Well, how is it?
Quick, somebody speedrun us getting DMCA'd if I play the Attack on Titan theme.
Yeah, I've sent you the what's it?
Let me pop that open and we can have a cheeky crack at that. Is that showing up? Yeah, it is. Let's go. It's a very short trailer, but we take it.
It's a teaser. So.
Amazing. It's gonna shock you.
It's a bit gory, but that's because it's 40k.
Yeah.
That's it.
Can you play it in 40k?
Maybe in about
Go on.
40,000 years, we might get to
False
that
advertising.
resolution.
So yeah, there's if you want to see it, it's still on YouTube because people have like been like, "Fuck this shit, we're sticking it on YouTube."
But
It's a good like 20 minutes long.
yeah, Astartes is really
Really
good.
good.
It's well worth the
It's
watch
really
by
worth
itself.
watching.
Um,
But it's not the only thing they're doing. They've got a number of cartoons and animations and things.
they've
got...
actually got a kids show in the 40k universe as well. It's,
Yeah.
it's actually
There's a kids show for 40k.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's a kids show in the 40k universe. And
I don't think it.
Oh, in universe. I thought there was actually one based off of 40k. I got confused for a
so
second.
no, like it's following like a group of Imperial Guard, if I think remind myself correctly, which
I
are
think,
the poorest
it's like
sods in the universe.
it's a Admech, a Rogue Trader, and someone else, isn't it?
Yeah, I know one of them's an Imperial Guard who suffers because no one else cares.
Nobody cares.
They've got quite a few animations coming for that, so it actually looks quite good.
They got animations. There's also, if you sign up for a year, you get a free miniature. If you scroll down a bit, you'll see those.
Well, there you go.
There's another teaser trailer. A free exclusive miniature.
It does
Got to get those pre-order bonuses.
Yeah,
like that. That Eviscerator is so sexy.
the orc. Or
No,
Orcs,
the
the other one.
the bloke sitting in the.
Oh,
Look at it. It's
I
amazing.
I honestly, like, at first glance thought that was, like, meant to be a ruin with a giant axe in the head, and then wait, that's a guy.
No.
It's
a sniper hiding in like a
ruin.
I quite like the idea that little thing floats around,
Yeah.
and he's just hiding inside this sort of floating head,
Excuse me.
and just going around.
I think it's
I
I
think
think they're both really good, to be fair.
Yeah. And then there's other things like
painting
less
masterclass. Why did they choose white scars? They're the most boring Space Marine color scheme out there.
They made it white so you can paint it professionally.
Yeah,
white is incredibly hard to paint, actually.
yeah. Lore Masters is going into the realms of the 41st millennium and the mortal realms, into like the lore and stories. Battle reports, both matched play and narrative play. But like both at tournament standard and for fun and like for storyline. Do you remember? It was in a White Dwarf a good few years ago, but the one where they did like the huge horde of orcs against literally 12 Catchikans.
I don't remember that one.
They
no.
it was not Gaunt's Ghosts. There's like a unit of Catchikan Guard in the stories that were like just refused to die, and a bunch of angry bastards.
I know Sly Marbo's a meme. Like,
Yeah, I think but so they gave them each special abilities to fit the story, and had 12 dudes deal with an entire force.
Here we
of
go.
orcs.
Just goes grab what he needs off his shelf.
my mate got me Sly Marbo.
Yes, let's go.
So I need to assemble him actually. I
Um,
think it'd be a lot of fun just to run around with.
yeah, included in that $4.99, you get access to both the Warhammer 40k and the Age of Sigmar apps, which comes with all of the codexes and stuff, if I recall, and like all the battle info. you
Yeah,
need.
they're super helpful. You can like make up the lists before time on them,
Yeah.
so you don't have to have loads of paper just strewn around the place.
Oh yeah, and then you got the Warhammer Vault, which is like a bunch of books and campaign stuff and whatnot across, different realms and whatnot. An entire the back catalogue of White Dwarf.
Yeah, it goes back to the start of 2020, I think.
That's still
only
good
White
stuff.
Dwarf, no Red Dwarf.
The magazine is White Dwarf.
It's been that way for a while because his name's Grombindor, isn't it?
Yeah, Grombindor the White Dwarf.
You can get him in Total War. He's actually pretty
You
good.
can, yeah.
You can get extra VIP passes to whatnot.
He was. Was it him who was Brian Blessed, or was it the other one, Gotrek? I think it was Gotrek.
Gotrek was Brian Blessed, yeah.
Gotrek was voiced by Brian Blessed. It's wonderful, like.
Yeah, and if you pay yearly, you get like 2 months for free, so you pay for 10 months. I'd heard rumor that they're going to eventually add the entire back catalogue of the Black Library into it, which is all of like the books and stuff.
That would be cool.
Which would honestly be worth it for itself.
But yeah, that's next month.
Yeah, that starts next month. I'm hyped for that. I'm not gonna pay for it because I don't play enough Warhammer to warrant the money that I can't afford right now. But it's good.
I kind of
yeah.
sad when when he first showed this, I was kind of hoping it'd be like a loot crate scenario where you pay money at this and your little pay a little figure every month or something.
It becomes like expensive gacha because you don't know what you're going to get in the box.
Yeah.
Oh, another dwarf, another orc again.
Oh no!
White Dwarf is a little bit like that. I think in some previous.
There's been a good few models that came with White Dwarf that were like unique to it.
Yeah, there would be shit that comes in the model, with the magazine. So like
Transfers and like stuff like transfers, posters,
and
models.
there'd be stuff like cards for certain things like that. Rules.
Yeah, rules.
You can use.
Oddly specific units, like and details for when you want to play like one specific Space Marine dude.
Yeah.
Viking, if you actually get any of these new figurines, you should unbox them.
That's actually
Unbox them.
Yeah, do an unboxing.
Yeah, do like a...
Well, me and my boss went halves on a Dominion box, so I own the Sigmar. But
you chose the wrong side.
To be honest, I didn't choose him. Like
he offered.
I was like, yeah, sure, fuck it, I'll take him.
Fair.
I mean, you're not going to say no, are you?
Well, he's not interested in the 40k side of things, but he is interested in the Sigmar side of it. And I was like, yeah, I could probably go for a game. So he got the ones he actually wanted.
And you got Stormcast.
You got the rest of it.
I got the ones that is actually going to shit on him because they're broken as fuck.
As always, because they're the poster boys of the game.
Yeah.
This is Games Workshop.
Fuck me. The last time I played a 40k game, I took out an entire orc army with like 2 Space Marines. It was ridiculous. Like,
yeah, that
okay.
genuinely sounds about right. Alright, so that kind of concludes the news and chitty-chatty segment. What we're going to do is swap over to Tabletop Sim.
Everybody boot it up.
I've had it booted up the entire... boot up Tabletop Sim. You know that meme with like space...
Are we joining you?
I'll boot something up in a second. I'm just going to transition my scene and sort out. And I'll catch
Cool, buddy,
you
we'd be
guys
booting it up.
in a moment.